Okay, chase your dreams. This is something that we hear often in the world around us, yet very few people actually end up doing so. Dreams are things that everyone has within their own lives, and each one has a different dream, but through hard work and dedication, they're almost always attainable. Because everyone has a dream for either what they want to be or do in life, I'll explain today that it is possible to chase your dreams and also provide some pointers on how to do so. Through looking at a few examples of famous people who have accomplished their dreams, along with the 3 steps of identifying your own personal dream, facing fears, and ultimately looking to God, chasing your dreams is realistically something you can do. Now, throughout history, there have been several examples of people who have come from all walks of life and have accomplished their dreams, and I'll provide you with a few of my favorites. So the first example I have is the group known as Dude Perfect. Now, I'm not sure if all of you are familiar with them, but they're a group of 5 guys on YouTube who make trick shots with all different kinds of sports and do a lot of cool stuff. And they all started in college when the 5 of them just one day recorded themselves doing some basketball trick shots and decided to upload it to YouTube just for fun. But much to their surprise, they actually ended up getting over 1 million views on the video and determined that they could do this thing they love, making trick shots, for a living, therefore accomplishing their dream. So they did so and have found great success through it. Another example I really like is a baseball player whose name was R.A. Dickey. Now, he doesn't play anymore, but when he did play, he was really one of my favorite inspirational players. Now, he had a rough childhood growing up and was abused several times, but he always pushed to make his dream come true of reaching Major League Baseball and playing. And eventually he made it and was drafted in the first round, but the team that signed him, with their doctors and x-rays, found that he was actually missing his UCL ligament in his elbow, which, since he was a pitcher, they thought that would not allow him to throw for very long or throw very hard. But he overcame this by learning a very difficult pitch called the knuckleball, which is where a pitcher grips the ball with their fingernails and throws it so it has no spin as it comes out of their hand. And because it has no spin, it moves in unpredictable ways as it goes to the plate. Now, this pitch is very, very difficult to learn, but he pushed through so that he could continue to reach his dream of playing Major League Baseball, and he mastered it and had a great career afterwards. Now, another example of a dream that we often kind of overthink is our own country. Our country is founded by people who came here pursuing freedom, especially religious freedom, the Pilgrims as we know them as, and they made the long voyage over the Atlantic Ocean to get here and went through many tough times, tough winters being here, but because of their persistence, they continued to form this country that we still call home today. Now, when chasing your own dream, the first step is to identify this dream. Now, everybody has unique personality traits and skills and things that they love doing, and finding out what these are is essential to seeing if your dream is something that you should chase. For example, some people love working on cars, others love studying the sciences, still others love to protect the population, such as firefighters or doctors. Now, P.T. Barnum, who I spoke on a few weeks ago, has kind of become one of my favorite historical characters, and he made a very good example kind of about this topic. In his book, The Art of Money Getting, he described a scenario that if you were to get a dozen 10-year-old boys together, right away you'd see 2 or 3 of them start whittling away at some ingenious device, and they're just natural mechanics, you'd be able to tell. And in the same group of boys, I thought that you could also observe natural leaders, natural artists, natural businessmen, or athletes, showing that there's diversity even in a small group. No matter what dream you have, it is important to find out your individual skills and traits in chasing it. The next step is to face your fears. Fears will come in any life situation, and especially when chasing your dream. Now, these fears can be things that are lies or untrue things that we're led to believe, or they can actually be the truth that we just don't want to face. But it's all about how we face these things that determines our successes or failures. And the only way to overcome these fears is to really just look at them in the mirror and face them head on and overcome them and use them to, in the future, better yourself. Now, another good example of someone who faced plenty of fear throughout his dreams was Abraham Lincoln. Now, according to Snopes.com, a very uncommon fact was brought up to me concerning Lincoln. He was actually the loser of 8 political elections before becoming president of the United States. 8 elections. He could have easily given up after any of these, but instead he continued to persist to accomplish his dream of becoming the president. And when he did so, he was the man who reunited our country following the Civil War and also ended slavery, and really just leads us with a great example of someone who faced their fears. Fears will come while chasing your dream, but it's all about how we face them and overcome them that determines our success. Now, the final step is to look to God. For those of us who trust and believe in God, we have someone that we can turn to who knows us perfectly, knows us through and through, knows where we should be going, and can always give us guidance. No matter where you might be in chasing your dream, it's wonderful to know that God is always with us through the good and bad times. One of my favorite verses that relates to this topic is Proverbs 16:3, and that says, "Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established." I just think that's a great reminder that we're not alone when chasing our dreams or any time in life, and that if we rely and trust in God, that He'll give us satisfaction in all that we do. By trusting and relying on God, we have a friend who always knows us best and can always show us the right way to go. Chasing your dream is something that everyone can relate with, as we all have one, but through dedication and hard work, they're always attainable. By looking at several examples of people who have accomplished their dreams and the 3 steps of identifying your dream, facing your fears, and trusting in God, you can trace your dreams. Through looking at and considering all these items today, I want to encourage each and every one of you that you can truly reach your dreams. No matter what that might look like, by taking action and through hard work and dedication, I know that each of you will be able to accomplish your personal dream and find success through doing so. Thank you.